There are days I want people to like me more than I want to change the world. Fuckboy mistakes your alcohol poisoning for a perfect opportunity. Fuckboy pretends not to notice the way your head swings up and down like a limp bird with a broken neck. The word no is not in fuckboy's vocabulary. Fuckboy is most in love with you when you are drunk or silent or both. Fuckboy leaves handprint-shaped bruises to bloom like flowers up your thighs. Fuckboy blocks the door. Yanks your arm like a leash when you question him in front of his friends. Makes you apologize again and again to the back of his hand. Fuckboy pushes you against the wall as if pinning the wings of a dead moth to cork. Fuckboy watches you press your voice like a crushed tulip between the pages of his temper. Fuckboy is finally pleased with you. How am I to forgive myself for doing nothing in the mouth of trauma? Is silence not an act of violence too?
If you develop an eating disorder when you are already thin to begin with, you go to the hospital. If you develop an eating disorder when you are not thin to begin with, you are a success story.
Once, my dad informed me sexism is dead and reminded me to always carry pepper spray in the same breath.
You call this rape culture, I call it this morning. Shit, I was catcalled 4 times on the way here.
Once, a man behind me on an escalator shoved his hand up my skirt from behind and no one around me said anything, so I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make a scene.
I try to write a poem about anything other than my sexual assault, but all that comes out is my throat in his hands.
Why breakfast tastes like giving up.
I want to stand up, but if I do, what if everyone notices I've been sitting this whole time?
I'm crying into an empty bowl of Cocoa Puffs because I only feel pretty when I'm hungry.
A few hours before one of my best friends raped me on our college campus, we discussed the prospect of astral projection. He couldn't understand why I wanted to experience it so badly. Why would anyone want to leave their body, he laughed. And in this moment, we had nothing in the world in common.
I say I am sick. They say, no, you're an inspiration. How could I not fall in love with my illness?
I have run out of compassion for men who pose as feminists, but when a woman brings up the sexual assault epidemic, they suddenly want to talk about something else, something less of a downer. I have run out of compassion for wolves. I have run out of compassion for anyone who isn't outraged.
If you are not recovering, you are dying.
Once, I cut a ribbon the size I wanted to be and wore it around my waist like a bracelet.
It's why would I ever want to stop being hungry when anorexia was the most interesting thing about me? So how lucky it is now to be boring.
I don't want to go into more detail because what if you mistake this poem for an instruction manual? I don't know how to talk about the rabbit hole without accidentally inviting you to follow me down it.
I used to love the feeling of drinking water on an empty stomach, waiting for the coolness to slip all the way down and land in the well, not obsessed with being empty, but afraid of being full.
Last night, I painted my nails when I was hungry. I can't eat until the polish is dry.
This was the year of eating when I was hungry without punishing myself, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but that shit is hard.
Never mind that your joke just made a survivor relive what was likely the worst thing to ever happen.
Fuckboy won't waste a single opportunity to request nudes. You could tell Fuckboy your hamster died and he'd be all, "Aw, babe, send me a naked pic of you pouting." And whatever the opposite of healing is, where there was nothing to laugh about but plenty to write about. Why are you so afraid of everything? Fuckboy demands, irritated. And I think of what a privilege it is to be annoyed instead of afraid. Recovery is hard work. Not wanting to die is hard work. Fuckboy tells me lipstick should only be reserved for special occasions, so now I wear it all the time. I am my own special occasion. Wanting to die is not the same as wanting to come home. And I'm still trying to remember that. They begged us to be careful, to be safe, then told our brothers to go out and play.
When I was little, someone asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said, small.